Hi friends, welcome to A Course in Miracles Lesson 16. I'm going to read the lesson for us, make some comments, and on the end we are going to do the first practice together. So let's do it. A Course in Miracles Lesson 16. I have no neutral thoughts. The idea for today is a beginning step in dispelling the belief that your thoughts have no effect. They do. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. Every single thing. There is no exception to this fact. Thoughts, not big or little, powerful or weak, they are merely true or false. Those that are true create their own likeness. Those that are false make theirs. So I want to make a comment on this first paragraph because it's really, really big. It's very important. So what it's saying here, that's there is no middle ground. There is no thought that's neutral. They are either true or false. And no matter what, they are creating an effect in our lives. So doesn't matter the size of the thought, they are creating the movie we are seeing. The only distinction is if they are either true or false. There is no middle way, middle ground. True or false. There is no more self-contradictory concept than that of an idle thought. What gives rise to the perception of a whole world can hardly be idle. I'm going to read that again. What gives rise to the perception of a whole world, your world, can hardly be idle. Every thought you have contributes to the truth or to illusion. Either extend the truth or multiply illusions. You can indeed multiply nothing, but you will not extend it by doing so. So it's again saying that your whole world, your whole universe, your whole perception is based on your thoughts. They are a creation. Your whole world is a creation of perception based on your thoughts. They can either be an extension of love, of truth, or they can either multiply illusions or separation. So let's continue. Besides your recognizing that thoughts are never idle, salvation requires that you also recognize that every thought you have brings either peace or war, either love or fear. A neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. So here they say a neutral thought is impossible. It is either love or fear. It's to recognize that if it is not love, it is fear. There is no neutral or middle ground. There is such a temptation to dismiss fear thoughts as unimportant, trivial, and not worth bothering about. It is essential you recognize them all as equally destructive, but equally unreal. we will practice this idea in many forms before you really understand it. So it is important that we recognize fear thoughts all equally destructive. And sometimes we don't see it, but there are many ways that fear can manifest. And an easy way to see it is if it is not love, is fear. So fear can be manifest as angry, anxiety, judgment, attack, control, win versus someone losing. So there are many ways that fear can be manifest. And it is as simple as judging someone, what they are wearing, what they are saying, what they are doing, as having fear of something, as attacking someone or trying to control someone, a situation, getting mad, angry. So fear manifests in many ways. And an easy way to be on top of that and really recognize when it is fear and when it's love. For me, the easiest way is to see if it is love. If it's not love, what kind of manifestation of fear it is arising. And this recognizing of that's not love, oh, that's fear. And that is not neutral. Neutral is impossible. So let's continue. In applying the idea for today, search your mind for a minute or so with eyes closed. And actively seek not to overlook any little thought that may tend to elude the search. This is quite difficult until you get used to it. You find that it is still hard for you not to make artificial distinctions. Every thought that occurs to you, regardless of the qualities that you assign it to it, it is a suitable subject for applying today's idea. In the practice periods, first repeat the idea to yourself, and then as each one crosses your mind, hold in awareness. While you tell yourself, this thought about, fill the blank, is not a neutral thought. That thought about, fill the blank, is not a neutral thought. As usual, use today's idea whenever you are aware of a particular thought that arouses uneasiness. The following form is suggested for this purpose. This thought about, fill the blank, is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. 4 or 5 practice periods are recommended. If you find them relatively effortless, if you find them relatively effortless. But if strain is experienced, 3 will be enough. The length of the exercise period should also be reduced if there is discomfort. So that's the lesson. And something that came to my mind now is I feel that the ego thought system uses a lot this neutral ground, which is, as says here in the lesson, there is no neutral thoughts. And the ego try to camouflage sometimes as neutral. So sometimes we may not recognize that the thought is harmful to us because we mistaken by something that's neutral. So this lesson of today, this practice bring this very clear. There is no neutral thoughts. They are all equally harmful. Doesn't matter the size. Doesn't matter how you think there is no effect in thinking that or keeping doing that. Every single thought that's not love is equally harmful. Could be a little judgment. could be a little envy, could be being mad about something, could be trying to control someone or a situation, could be trying to control yourself or not loving yourself. I think we all do that in some kind of ways, and that's what this lesson is about it. There is no neutral thoughts. If you think you are not enough, if you think you are not lovable or you do not love yourself, that applies to you. That is not neutral. That's harmful. And that's gonna reflect itself in your life. It's gonna be mirrored to you in the screen of your life until you see that that's harmful to you. Until you see that that little judgment you have towards someone is harmful to you. Until you see that little fear about being abandoned, about not having enough money, it is harmful to you. So we are always either choosing true or false, love or fear. There is no middle ground. There is no neutral thoughts. They are all equally harmful when they are false. And they have consequences. They have effects in our lives. And they will keep on having. So if you are having true thoughts, loving thoughts towards yourself, towards life, towards others, you're going to have that reflecting yourself too. You're going to have that reflecting your life too. So either way, they have consequences. But that clear seeing, there is no neutral. There is no neutral. That's what we are doing today. There is no neutral. They are either true or false. They are either love or fear. They are either extension or separation. We are drawing this line very clear today. And becoming aware, bringing and not bringing guilt and shame, and to recognize these non-neutral thoughts, not bringing guilt and shame into those, is bringing them to the light of your consciousness, bringing them into awareness, recognize that they are not neutral, they are harmful, if they are false, if they are not love. And while we do that, we are disempowering these thoughts. Little by little, we are taking the power of these thoughts away. Recognize they are not neutral, they are harmful to us. And by recognizing and bringing the light of awareness into this, we can finally choose what we want to experience, what we want to feel. Because while they stay unconscious, neutral, nor harmful as the ego and the camouflage, we are not bringing them to the light of awareness, we are not choosing different or transforming them. So that's what we are doing today. Bringing these thoughts into the light of awareness of our consciousness, stating clear they are not neutral, recognizing and becoming aware. If there is any thought that is specifically trouble to you, one thing that I have done is to really give this thought, release it completely from your mind and give to the Holy Spirit to be healed and transmuted. And this is like an extra thing. We can do it. Let's see if I have any more comments on that. Yeah. I think we go on to the practice. Okay, let's do the practice together. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath now. And let's repeat the idea of today's lesson. I have no neutral thoughts. Now search your mind for whatever thought arises. And let's repeat slowly. This thought about, it is not a neutral thought. We can do another thought or the same now again. This thought about, it is not a neutral thought. Because I have no neutral thoughts. We can do one more. This thought about is not a neutral thought. Because I have no neutral thoughts. And that is one practice. So we can do 4 or 5 more practices today. If you find it overwhelmed, maybe just 2 more. And that's it. We are only simply bringing awareness to our thoughts. Drawing a line, there is no neutral thought. They are either love or fear, truth or illusion. And they are either peace or war. So that's it for today. That was a lot. I hope I expressed myself and in a way was that was easy or contribute to the lesson. And I hope you have an amazing day today. And I see you tomorrow.